another plant with me, and we're going to try to do this voiceover. Don't know how well this is going to go because I am at work currently getting my 15-minute walk-in this morning. It's been a stressful week. This was supposed to come out on Wednesday, and I was off on Monday, and it kind of just threw everything off. So here we go. I am setting up for June in my bullet journal. I had decided to do a hot air balloon theme because I was supposed to go to a hot air balloon festival at the middle of June, on June 14th. Don't know if that's happening anymore, but I do love the way this thing came out. I love the way the pink and orange came out. It is not a color combination I would have put together for myself, but I do truly love the way it finished out. I am using some washi tape that my best friend ended up giving me. We had got the same set before from, I think, either Hobby Lobby or Walmart, one of those. We both picked up the same set. I had since ran out of some of them, and so when she gave me all her washi tape that she wasn't using, I was able to get my hands on these again, which I have to say I'm very, very, very happy about. So I used some of those. And then the other thing I'm using is a paper pack that I got from Shein. That is what you're watching me do right now. I'm just cutting up one piece of paper to make a border around my June cover page. It actually worked out much better than I thought it would. It was much easier than I thought it would be to get it all pieced together, make it look like it's one piece underneath. My June cover there, though, I made in Canva. Canva is a free software you can use. If you want to know more about how I did it and how I do the printing off and everything, just leave me a comment and I'm more than happy to walk you through it. I did that and then printed it off, and here we go. I did have to mess with the color. So the picture came from Pinterest. I loved the fact that the hot air balloons in the shape of a heart. It was supposed to be a date day that I was going on for the hot air balloon festival. Like I said, don't know if that's still happening. But I was super excited for it. And it just ended up, it may end up not happening, but I love the way the heart looked in the shape of the hot air balloon. So I wanted to use it for sure. And the colors were just a little too cool for the paper pack I had from Shein. And so I took it into Canva and just started playing with the colors. And I cannot give you the replication of this because I played with colors for 2 to 3 hours. I mean, this cover page, honestly, when you look back at the work I did, took me forever to get done. Just because I had to figure out how I was going to get the colors right, and I had to print, compare to the paper pack, and then print again. It was a whole thing, but it was done. Now I'm setting up my monthly, it's just a page for like monthly things to go. I think I title it like my month or something like that. If I wait a second, I'll see what I wrote as. I know I put underneath it routines because I wanted to put I've been working on routines with me and my tiny human, and so I want to add that here, but I can't remember. I can't even read it. Welcome to my life. Month to do is what I put. See, I'm getting good at this. Month to do is what I put. And then routines. Just those are routines I want to try to get accomplished and finish. Next, we're setting up my calendar for the month. So when looking at June, it was going to be a tight fit. I think I redrew the calendar out 3 or 4 times before I finally settled on this one, just because I knew that June started on a Sunday, and that put an extra week into my calendar that I was not expecting and hadn't had to adjust for. So that was fun to try to figure out. But I made it work. Now what we're doing is I'm just adding some more of that paper pack where I had cut it up. I'm just going to add more of it to the side of my calendar so that I'm continuing the theme all the way through. And then beside the calendar, you're going to see here in just a second, I add my goals. My plan for June right now is to go back and do the brain just was not working. Daily grind again. I'm gonna do my daily grind, start that back up again. So there's 10 goals here that I'm gonna work on daily. I have found since I stopped doing daily grind, it's not going as well as it was before. I need to get back on the grind of my goals and doing a little something every day to get me to where I want to be. Right now, my 15-minute walk, like I said, I'm getting it in outside at work, and this is the first time I've done it this week. Life is just lifing, and when I'm stressed, I don't want to work out, I don't want to walk, I don't want to drink water, I don't want to do anything, to be honest. Every day this week, I just went home, crawled up in bed, and not freaking moved. It has taken a lot out of me. It has shifted my perspective, and so I know I need to get back to my top 10 goals. And I set June up before I knew what was going to happen. I actually set it up the Friday before vacation. So I set this up way in advance before all the stressful stuff happened. And so now, as you can tell, I'm finishing it. It was a good call. I will update y'all when I get a little more information, but it looks like big changes are coming to my life and to my tiny human's life. So just stay tuned for that. Okay, so like I was saying, changes are coming, but back to this plan with me. So as you can see, I am heading up for June. At this point, I had to take a break because my little one needed me, and so I got up, did what she needed, and got back to it, and realized that I could write over these little luggage tags. I thought that was really cute, so I'm going to write June in there. And then we're going to set up my habit trackers and my routine tracker, and then my self-care bingo for the month. I honestly love the way this turned out. It was wonderful. It was a lot of fun to use just like random stickers that came in a sticker pack and just be able to kind of play with them, for lack of a better way to put it. It took me a while to figure out how I want it to look and things like that. It's not something I usually do. Normally, I go in with a color palette, and then anything that fits that color palette is what we use. This time, I had kind of a theme already in mind that I wanted to do. I wish that I had done hot air balloons somewhere else, because the only places other than my cover page, and you'll see my self-care bingo that I did a hot air balloon, those are the only two places. So I wish I had done more, but overall it came off as a travel spread or a travel theme more than hot air balloons. But I love it, honestly. I have not started planning in it yet. I will have a weekly plan with me next Monday. This should go up today, which I'm filming this voiceover, which is Friday. So I'm hoping to have the plan with me for the first week up on Monday. So keep an eye out for that. You'll see where I'm going to go in. I'm going to fill in the monthly with you. I'm going to add some dates and stuff, and we shall see where I get to. So yeah, there is my monthly. I love it. I really, really do. I think I end up messing up a couple of dates. I have to go back in and fix them, but overall my monthly is now done. I'm just going to add in all the numbers that I was currently missing, and then we'll get on to my habit tracker. Okay, now moving on to my habits / routine tracker and my self-care bingo. So one of the things I did before I even started filming this video was measure out the other picture that I made in Canva for my self-care bingo. It's not my favorite page. I don't like the way it turned out. I didn't get it centered the way I wanted. It didn't turn out the way I was hoping it would, but we persist on when we go on. I don't truly hate it. Otherwise, I would have just ripped the page out and started over, or glued them together and started over. But it's just not the nicest to look at, in my opinion. It will work for the month. I just don't see myself getting back in there to use it very often. So yeah, I am just adding some of this washi, which is one of my favorites. It's the first one out of this pack that I ran out of because I love it so much. But I'm just adding that, and then I'm fixing to add the photos for the bottom of it. I ended up taking, like I said, the picture that I had that I had made in Canva to match the colors. It was a little cool tone too for this sticker pack, so I ended up having to play with it to get it just right. But like you can see, I'm just adding some scraps I had from the paper from before, just to fill out the edges because I did not get it cut perfectly. But I don't hate it. It's just not the nicest to look at, in my opinion. I wish it had been just a little bit, I don't know, a little bit better. I wish I hadn't cut it before I filmed. That would have made it a lot easier because then I could have properly measured it out, but I didn't. So you live and you learn. Here I'm going to do the same thing where I just take that paper I had left over where just scraps, and I'm just taking and putting it behind there so that it is fully covered. And then I took a little bit of glue just to make that sure that stuck. So I think the part where I messed up with this, to be honest, now looking at the video back, is doing the big, thick orange and pink lines. I should have went in with a 0.7 instead of the bullet tip of this marker. I think it would have just looked better. And who knows, I may end up adding the words in and adding the prompts in, and I'll like it better than I do right now. But just looking back on it, I wish I had done smaller line, thinner lines is what I mean, instead of the thick bullet lines. But live and learn. This was the fastest page set up, to be honest. I just did the boxes and I was done. All I had to do was write in free spot, and then we were completely and utterly done with this page. I did that little tag again for the title, and I really wish that I had put it on paper, white paper first, cut it out, and then glued it in, because it's a little hard to read, even in person looking at it right now, because I'm sitting here looking at my journal. It's still a little hard to read, so I wish I had done that. I will say that when we get to working on my habit tracker, I do love the way that turned out. I didn't write the title. I'm realizing now, as I'm digging through my pencil bag to grab a pen to write the title for habit tracker, I put the little tag in and just never wrote the title down. But I love the way the habit tracker turned out. And I'm able to do not only my habits, but also my routines that I have painstakingly observed and took data on and tried to figure out what exactly do I want my habit to be, what do I want my routine to look like with Ollie every night, every morning, that kind of thing. And so I was able to put this system together where it's not so much of a did I do it or did I not, it's a percentage. So 0% done, nothing's filled in. I did none of it. A light pink dot means 20%. I did 20% of it. So if my goal every day is to walk a mile and I get out and do 15 minutes, which is about a half a mile, then I get 50%. Or if I get out and just do 10 minutes, I can do 20%, that kind of thing. It's nice to give myself grace and give myself credit for at least attempting to get the habit done. Because some days I'm just not going to be able to get it all the way done. So yeah, I honestly, genuinely love this layout. We'll see how it works throughout the month. My tracker for May, I did not touch it. Not at all. Like, I did it on my dailies. I can go back and backfill, which I may end up doing when I plan the first week of June out. But as far as it's filling in every day, I didn't do that. Not once. Not at all. Like, I did not fill it back that page at all. May has been a very stressful month, though. So it is what it is at this point. Yeah, so I'm going to add the washi here. And then next, I'm just going to add a couple stickers down below the habit tracker. And we're done. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'll see you on my next one. Bye, guys.